Away from the courts now, Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, and the national commissioners have met with collation and returning officers to review the 2023 general election. The commission acknowledges that collation and returning officers worked under extremely challenging circumstances by tediously and manually completing designated forms as provided by law. Habida Lawal has more.
Election officials are made up of permanent and ad hoc staff of the Independent National Electoral Commission who are directly involved in conducting and supervising the electoral process. These officials have a significant role to play in the electoral process, and how they discharge their duties affect the degree of confidence voters have in the electoral process. Present in this gathering are the 37 state collation officers for the presidential election, as well as many who also doubled as returning officers for the 28 governorship elections. The Commission's expectations at this meeting is to identify areas of strength and weaknesses while deliberating on the necessary reforms that should be introduced going forward.
Many of you have also the cognate experience of this work in terms of result management, having served in similar capacities in at least 3 electoral cycles. Some of you have participated in the electoral process since 2015, and you are involved again in 2019 and 2023.
The resident and collation officers are majorly concerned about security and transportation of electoral materials safely to their destinations.
Once you've read out the results, it's possible, you need to have some cover if there's any problem. I think that was probably the greatest challenge, and then getting to the location.
We emphasize where we had some little hiccups. We look at them and look at solutions that could be preferred to make future elections better.
Certain issues have come to light, and some Nigerians have raised concerns about result management at various levels, while some of the issues are already subject of litigations and therefore subjudice. INEC believe they can be discussed broadly and experiences can be shared on the way forward. Being the first point of call for collation process at the state level, the Independent National Electoral Commission is engaging collation and returning officers who conducted the 2023 presidential election to get their first-hand opinion on how far it fared. Habida Lawal, TVC News, Abuja.
Let's now tell you that the Yobe State government has confirmed the death of 26 patients who contracted diphtheria disease in the state. About 21 people are still receiving medication at various isolation facilities. The senior special assistant of the governor, Lawan Ghana, told reporters that 289 patients have been discharged across facilities in the state. Our correspondent in Yobe, Michael Oshoma, joins me live from Damaturu. Michael, what more are you learning about this new development? How many active cases are we looking at, and how many local government areas have been affected?
Presently, according to the information available to us by the Ministry of Health in the state, 21 active cases have been recorded and 26 deaths, and 289 treated and discharged patients so far. As we speak right now, there's an emergency by relevant stakeholders to tackle the unfortunate outbreak in the state. There is so much advocacy on sensitization, on disseminating information by using traditional rulers to sensitize the locals on the preventive measures for them to take to avert this outbreak in different local governments. As we speak right now, 7 local governments has been affected: Potiskum, Gulani, Nangere, Unguru, Damaturu, Busari, and Tarmua. But among all these local governments I mentioned, Unguru has the highest record of of infected patients in this case as we speak.
Beyond the advocacies and sensitization on the part of government, what are you hearing about vaccination programs in this regard?
Yeah, according to available information released to the press, the senior special assistant to the governor says staff have been they are being trained on how to tackle this situation, and also there will be a kind of massive vaccination at the local government at the 17 across the 17 local government areas in the state. They said they are not relenting to ensure that they tackle this, and also to ensure that all measures are being put in place to nip it in the bud.
Yobe State correspondent Michael Osoma, thank you for talking to us. I will bring you Michael's detailed report on the diphtheria outbreak in Yobe in our subsequent bulletins.